So as I was saying, order is important when you are creating these. It's based in the order that you place them. So anyway, to reverse the Mapbook pages, you can come over to the task pane where the Mapbook is and select Build Plan. And then you can come down here to Edit Settings and Rebuild. You can also rebuild it without editing settings, but we want to change something now, so we'll edit the settings and rebuild. And what this does is bring up the same dialog box that you created it with. And then you can come down here to the naming scheme, back to sequential, and select that, and come up here, and where it says order from, rather than forward, just use backward, and then hit generate. And that will regenerate the entire Mapbook. Now, that's great because I can show that it just solved the problem. For example, we'll come over to Build Plan 1, and now we can see that that's the very first one I put in, starting down here. And also you can see that it's sheet 1, or that's how it shows up now. But something important to remember about this is the entire Mapbook just got regenerated. And therefore, if you had done anything in paper space, written anything on this Mapbook, or done anything special just in paper space to any of these layouts, all that is going to go away because it's just regenerated the Mapbook. So something to keep in mind, and that's it's a big reason why, if we're doing it with this method, it's important to work in paper space. And so now, okay, we have 14 or so pages of Mapbook, and coming through we can see where we're starting out now. There's the end of the route, and it's page 1, and now we can come over, select page 2, and we can see where it's going from here. And so this is sheet 2. We can see down in the key where the rectangle is now. It's the first one would be down in this area, and now we're on sheet 2. And so anyway, something else that is probably going to be important to do now is to get rid of these lines right here. You might be able to see this black line right here, but anyway, all of the Mapbook pages, all of these custom rectangles, are still showing that we used to draw it with. And so we need to go in and turn off that layer. And unfortunately, it didn't put our pages in that layer. I haven't quite figured out how to make sure it always puts the Mapbook pages into the correct layer yet. Something to look into. But a good way to do this is to now come in and select each of these boxes, and so we've got them all, and now we can just do properties on them and put all of them in the same layer, which we decided would be Mapbook layer. And so now we've changed that property. They're all in Mapbook layer, and now we can come over to Mapbook layer and turn it off. And there they all go. And now when we come back, there are no more of the black lines anywhere. So that's been taken off. Now you may notice that the project, state, county, city, all these things that are the same across all of the build plan sheets, we can update those now. And the way to do that is this template is looking to a particular sheet set, a master sheet set, to grab this information. and it grabs it through the custom properties of that sheet set. But that the creation of that gets kind of complex, and I'll touch a lot more on that in the template video that'll be forthcoming. But in short, right now what we can do is just type in sheet set, and that'll bring up the sheet set tab. And then what you're looking to do is open up the master sheet set. Again, we'll talk more about this in the templates. But anyway, what that entails is just browsing to a particular file. And all this file has to do is just exist somewhere on your computer, and you'll reference it each time that you make a mapbook in this way. But you'll browse to the particular sheet set and then open it. And so in my case, it's already been opened, and I've called it Master 1. And so now if I come to Master 1, right click, go down to Properties, I've defined custom properties for it, which include city, county, date, job, state, etc., all the things you find on the sheet. And so now, just for the sake of changing stuff and showing how it works, I'll do City of Morganton, Burke County, it's 11, 11, 13. Job, we'll call this Highway 18 Test 2 for fun. State is NC, and then we've got some other properties that aren't shown on this page, like bore length, plow length, total length, things like that. But anyway, we hit OK, and so now we've changed those custom properties. And now, if we just resave the document, Control S, now it's updated all of these little boxes here with the information that we just put in. And so we're on build plan 3 right now. If we switch to 4, there's all the information repeated there again. And you'll notice that these boxes have a gray background. That goes away when it's published, and it's nothing to worry about. Also, sheet numbers. Each of these pages are numbered, and so it is getting the number by looking at what it's called in the build plan. And so when we did the sequential numbering, it is in fact just pulling the sequential number off of each page down here. And so this is build plan 4, and so this is sheet 4. It automatically gets rid of the build plan part of it. But anyway, I believe that is how to do that in a nutshell. And you can just make these things as long as you need to make them. Have any questions, email me.